Look around you. Take a moment to notice the world you're in. The objects you use every day, the things you might not even think twice about. Chances are you're not far from something made of leather, maybe a belt, a wallet, or the chair you're sitting in. Leather is woven into the fabric of our daily lives, often unnoticed but always present. We see leather everywhere, but rarely think about its origins. How did this material become so essential, so timeless, and so trusted? Leather doesn't just appear in stores, perfectly stitched, it has a story. One of hard work, science, and resourcefulness. Each piece is the result of a journey that spans continents and centuries. It all starts on a farm with a cow, a cornerstone of our food supply. The journey of leather begins long before it reaches the hands of a craftsman. For centuries, humans have used every part of the animal, including the hide, which is too valuable to waste. This practice of using the whole animal is a testament to human ingenuity and respect for resources. Today, leather remains a byproduct of the meat industry, a tradition of resourcefulness refined into a global business. The process has evolved, but the principle remains. Nothing goes to waste. When you hold a piece of leather, you're holding the result of a complex, messy transformation. It's a material that's been shaped by both nature and human hands. It's a blend of old-world craftsmanship and modern technology, carried out by people who aren't afraid to get their hands dirty. Their skills and dedication breathe life into every piece. So let's pull back the curtain and follow the path of a single cowhide, from the farm to a luxury good. Each step reveals a new layer of transformation and care. We'll walk through muddy fields, stand on noisy factory floors, and meet the skilled workers who make it all happen. Their stories are as rich as the material they shape. This is a journey of biology, chemistry, and hard labor. It's a process that combines tradition with innovation, and science with art. It's the story of how nature's raw material is tamed and perfected by human hands. Every mark, every stitch, tells a story of transformation. Value can be found, and created, in the most unlikely places. What starts as a humble hide can become a symbol of luxury and craftsmanship. Let's see how leather gets made, and discover the remarkable journey from pasture to product. Everything starts on a cattle farm, from small family pastures to massive commercial ranches. These landscapes are the birthplace of the leather industry, where generations of ranchers and farmers dedicate their lives to raising healthy livestock. The main business is raising cattle for beef, but the quality of the hide begins here. Every detail of the animal's care, from nutrition to shelter, plays a role in the final product. Healthy, well-cared-for cows have better hides with fewer scars or defects. Ranchers and veterinarians work together to prevent injuries and disease, ensuring the animals are in top condition. Once ready, cattle are transported to meat processing facilities. This journey is carefully managed to minimize stress, which can affect both meat and hide quality. Here, the animal is processed for meat, and the hide is carefully removed, a skilled job, since mistakes can ruin its value. Specialized workers use precise techniques to separate the hide without causing unnecessary damage. The hide is a valuable byproduct, but at this stage, it's just raw, heavy, and perishable. Without immediate preservation, it would quickly spoil and become unusable. To prevent decay, hides are immediately preserved, usually with salt curing. This ancient method is still the most effective way to keep hides stable before they reach the tannery. Salt draws out moisture, stopping bacteria and stabilizing the hide for storage and transport. The process can take several days depending on the thickness and size of the hide. Preserved hides are graded, bundled, and sold to tanneries worldwide. Each hide is inspected for quality, and only the best are selected for premium leather goods. The global hide trade is massive, with hides shipped from places like the US and Brazil to tanning centers in Italy, China, and India. This international network connects rural farms to bustling cities across continents. The price depends on size, thickness, and quality. Even small imperfections can affect a hide's value, making careful handling essential at every step. Premium hides fetch higher prices and may end up as luxury goods. The finest leather is reserved for designer handbags, shoes, and exclusive accessories. The farmer who raised the cow might never see the final product, but their work is the foundation. Every luxury item begins with their dedication and expertise. This is where agriculture meets high fashion. The journey from pasture to runway is long, but every step is crucial. The journey of leather is just beginning, with many more transformations ahead before it becomes a finished product, cherished around the world. At the tannery, the real work begins with a thorough inspection, setting the stage for the transformation from raw hide to refined leather. Skilled workers unroll each hide, carefully examining every inch for imperfections, brand marks, scars, or damage from removal. This meticulous process ensures only the best hides move forward. This quality check is crucial, as it determines what kind of leather the hide will become, whether it's destined for luxury goods or more utilitarian products. After inspection, workers trim away unusable edges, removing rough or damaged sections. These trimmings aren't wasted, they're often repurposed for other products, ensuring minimal waste. The main hide is then split into two layers: the valuable top grain, prized for its strength and beauty, and the lower split, which has its own unique uses. Top grain leather is reserved for high-end goods like fine bags and shoes, while the split is used for suede or coated products, maximizing the value of each hide. Next comes the cleaning process, known as beam house operations, where hides are prepared for the next stage. Hides are loaded into huge rotating drums and soaked in water to wash away salt, dirt, and blood, removing all remnants of the animal's past. Liming chemicals are then added to loosen hair and swell the fibers, prepping the hide for tanning and making it easier to work with. After hours of tumbling, machines remove the loosened hair, and skilled workers scrape away any remaining flesh, leaving the hide clean and ready. The result is a pale, swollen, slippery pelt, clean but not yet leather. It's soft to the touch but still fragile and unfinished. At this stage, the hide is a blank canvas, ready for the most important step, tanning, which will give it strength, color, and durability. Every stage here is about preparing the hide for transformation, ensuring it's perfectly conditioned for the journey ahead. The process is messy, filled with strong smells and constant motion, but it's absolutely essential for creating quality leather that will last for years. Now, with the hide fully prepared, the real alchemy of tanning begins, turning raw material into something truly remarkable. The clean pelt is now ready for tanning, the process that turns perishable skin into durable leather. Chrome tanning is the most common method used for over 80% of the world's leather. The hides are pickled in acid and salt, then tumbled in drums with chromium salts. Chromium cross-links the protein fibers, making the leather stable and resistant to decay. The process is carefully monitored for temperature and pH. When finished, the hides emerge with a pale blue color, known as wet blue. Wet blue leather is stable and can be stored or shipped worldwide for further processing. Next, a sammying machine squeezes out excess water, making the hides lighter and easier to handle. The hides are then shaved to a precise thickness, tailored for their final use. Each step is crucial for the quality and feel of the finished leather. The transformation from raw pelt to stable leather is complete. Now it's time to give the leather its personality. Wet blue leather is stable, but it's not yet attractive or soft. The next stage, retanning, dyeing, and fat liquoring, gives leather its final character. Hides are loaded into drums with water, chemicals, and dyes. Retanning customizes the leather's firmness, grain, and feel for its intended use. Different recipes create leather for shoes, gloves, or upholstery. Dyeing infuses color deep into the leather, ensuring it stays vibrant even if scratched. The range of colors is nearly endless, from classic browns to bold reds and blues. Fat liquoring adds oils and fats, making the leather soft and flexible. Without this step, leather would dry stiff and board-like. The amount and type of oil determine the final softness. These processes often happen together, blending science and artistry. The result leather that's colorful, supple, and ready for finishing. Now it's time to dry it to perfection. After retanning and dyeing, the leather is soaking wet and must be dried with care. First, a sammying machine squeezes out excess water, then a setting out machine smooths the grain and removes wrinkles. Drying methods vary. Vacuum drying for firm, flat leather, toggle drying for soft, supple hides, or traditional hang drying for a natural drape. Each method affects the leather's final feel and appearance. The goal is to remove water without damaging the fibers. Once dry, the leather is called crust leather. It has color and basic properties, but it's not showroom ready yet. One final stage remains to perfect the look and feel. The transformation is almost complete. Let's see how leather gets its finishing touches. Crust leather is dry but still rough and unfinished. The finishing stage gives leather its final appearance, feel, and protection. Mechanical treatments like staking or buffing soften the leather or create textures like nubuck. Next, finishing chemicals are sprayed on, pigments, binders, waxes, or oils, to even out color and add durability. Several thin coats are applied with drying in between. Special effects like embossing can add patterns or mimic exotic skins. A final top coat seals the surface, providing gloss or a matte finish and protecting against wear. Each hide undergoes rigorous quality control, checked for color, texture, thickness, and surface area. Only the best hides are approved, rolled, and shipped to manufacturers. Now the leather is ready to become the products we know and love. In modern tanneries, nothing goes to waste. Trimmings rich in collagen are sold for gelatin, hair is composted or used as fertilizer, fats and fleshings become tallow for soap or biodiesel, chrome shavings are processed to recover chromium for reuse, water is treated and recycled with solid waste sometimes used as fuel or soil conditioner, even scraps from manufacturing are collected and repurposed. Bonded leather is made from shredded scraps for book bindings or furniture, small pieces become keychains, patches, or other goods. The commitment to resourcefulness follows leather to the very end. Sustainability and efficiency are at the heart of the industry. The journey from cow to leather jacket is long and complex. It's a story of transformation, raw material refined by machinery, chemistry, and human skill. Every step, from salting the hide to the final top coat, is essential. Skilled workers make critical decisions at every stage. Farmers, tanners, inspectors, and finishers all play vital roles. These demanding jobs require experience, attention to detail, and deep understanding. Millions of hides are processed each year, connecting ranchers, designers, and factory workers worldwide. When you buy leather, you're investing in this labor-intensive journey. Next time you pick up a leather good, remember the story stitched into every piece. It's a testament to hard work, ingenuity, and making the most of our resources.